Why some believe ancient Assyrians became modern Germans. This belief is a specific interpretive framework within certain branches of Protestant Christianity, particularly associated with British Israelism or Anglo-Israelism and groups influenced by Herbert W. Armstrong. Example: the Worldwide Church of God and its offshoots like the Philadelphia Church of God. It is not a mainstream Christian view. Most Christians, historians, and biblical scholars reject it as pseudo-history. 1. Why some believe ancient Assyrians became modern Germans. Proponents claim that after the fall of the Assyrian Empire around 612 before Christ era, the Assyrian people migrated northwest into Europe, eventually settling in the region of modern Germany and Austria. They support this with biblical genealogy. Assyria descends from Ashur, son of Shem, written in Genesis chapter 10, verse 22. Migration legends and evidence. They cite medieval European legends, example an Assyrian prince named Trebeta founding city Trier in Germany, linguistic similarities, which are tenuous, cultural parallels, example militarism, eagles as symbols, and selective historical quotes from ancient writers or 19th century sources. National characteristics. They draw analogies between ancient Assyrian ruthlessness, war machine and German history, especially the World Wars, seeing Germans as a rod of correction in God's hand. This fits into the broader British Israelism idea. The lost 10 tribes of Israel migrated to Britain and America as New Israel, while their ancient captors Assyria became Germany. Edward Hine and later Armstrong popularized the German-Assyria link specifically. Note: mainstream scholarship finds no credible genetic, linguistic, or archaeological support for mass Assyrian migration to Germany. Germans descend from Germanic, Indo-European tribes in Europe. 2. Why they believe Germany-Assyria will start World War III. These groups interpret many Old Testament prophecies about Assyria as referring to end times Germany leading a revived European power, often called the Beast, or final resurrection, of the Holy Roman Empire in Revelation 17 and the Book of Daniel. Key ideas include Isaiah chapter 10, verses 5 and 6, O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, against the people of my wrath. They see modern Germany as God's tool to punish the modern descendants of Israel, Britain and America for sins, through economic siege, and then military conquest. A future European superpower, Germany will dominate a 10-nation or group of nations alliance, allied with a great religious power often interpreted as the Vatican. This power will rise rapidly, attack the America and Britain, and trigger international war. Book of Daniel chapter 11, verse 40 and related prophecies. A king of the north, this European power responds aggressively to a king of the south, often seen as an Islamic, Middle Eastern bloc, leading to whirlwind conquests, captivity of Israelite nations, and escalation toward Armageddon and World War III. Third time pattern. Just as Germany was central to both world wars, a third and final conflict will be the worst, referencing Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 14 and historical patterns. In this view, Germany's economic strength, history of militarism, and central role in Europe make it the natural leader of this end-time power. Armstrong and followers predicted a strong, united Europe under German dominance decades after World War II, which they see as partially fulfilled in the creation of European Union. Context and caveats. This is eschatology or study of end times, highly speculative and symbolic. Different Christian groups interpret the same Bible verses in vastly different ways. Example: preterists see many as already fulfilled in the past, futurists vary widely. It gained traction in the 19th and 20th centuries amid British imperialism, nationalism, and world wars, and persists in some Armstrongist churches. Criticism: these ideas rely on eisegesis, reading modern nations into ancient texts, rather than the plain historical context of the prophets, who were addressing their contemporary audiences. Genetics, linguistics, and archaeology contradict the migration claims. What's your opinion about this topic, and what do you think about biblical prophecies? One is sure, that biblical prophecies are true, and archaeology confirms that Bible is true holy book. Stay tuned until next time. Support us with your likes, shares, comments and subscribe. Thank you. God bless you. Sincerely yours, Teslavtech.